Okay, it's a little after 3 o'clock and it's time to fire up the studio for tonight's live stream. And I thought it'd be interesting to show you all the steps I have to go through to get ready for one of these live streams. So here we go. First thing, I keep the green screen rolled up like this so I can walk under it. So we gotta put the green screen down. There we go. So we have the green screen down now, and so far I don't have any lights on yet. So let me turn on some lights so I can see what I'm doing here. A couple little lights on my work table. So the next thing we need to do is fire up the computer, and with all these monitors I need to turn them on first. So for some reason this single remote control seems to work both of those, and then this remote control works this one, and then we go over here because this is actually a Roku TV and select the computer input. So I have all 3 monitors on. Now I fire up the computer and we let it boot up. While the computer's booting up, I come over here to the workbench and I'll turn on the power strip here, which powers USB power to some of my sound equipment over here, and also the power to all of my studio lights. So we'll turn the studio lights on. Pardon the flash, that's one. I've got 3 of them. This one lights the work table and also throws enough light on the green screen. Lights it. This one bounces off the ceiling to light me, and then the 3rd one over here also bounces off the ceiling to light me. Okay, so now we have lights. I'll also turn on my Zoom H16 here, which is a 6-track digital recorder and mixer, and I will select the audio interface standard mix powered by the PC. So now, as you can see, as I talk, my microphone up there is picking up what I'm saying, and I also have my Elgato Stream Deck here, which is powered up. Evidently, it won't work until I boot the computer up. Okay, so now I need to boot the computer. I'll also turn on my tablet here, where I run my sound effects app. And the tablet is plugged by this little audio cable into these XLR inputs into the side of the mixer as well. And that's booted up. Okay. Now that the computer's booted up, my Stream Deck works. So the first thing I want to do is, if I want to use my overhead camera here, I need to make sure that the capture card is plugged into the USB, and it is. And we'll start up the camera so that when I load the OBS software, it can detect the presence of the camera. I've also got this camera up here, which is my side view or rear view camera. All right, now that I've got the computer booted up, all the lights on, the green screen down, I will open OBS Studio. And there I am. And as you can see, I'm looking a little peaked as far as color goes, and that's because I need to set the white balance on my Logitech 920 webcam up here, which I use as my main camera. So we'll go over here to advanced settings, and we will increase the white balance to just under 6,000, which seems to make me look less like a ghost. So there I am. We've got my stream here, and we'll move that over to the main screen. And I always start with the monkey. I also need to decide on what I might want to put in the background in the window for my countdown. So let's just pick a video here, which will play on this third monitor, and I've got it set to capture that monitor input on this particular screen. You see, if I move it around here, it moves it around on the screen. So now I have some video. I don't want audio from that. Of course, that doesn't have any audio, so I'll turn that off. So now I've got that all set up. I need to have my countdown timer going, and I use a program called Snaz. So we'll open up Snaz here, and we'll set the date, and we'll say start. And we'll say start, and that'll start a countdown timer. Now it says live in 43 minutes, but I don't display the hours there. So it'll count down until the time where it gets to 0, and then it'll display the text starting now. So in this window right here, now I have what we're going to see on the screen. The next thing I need to do is open up a browser and create my video in StreamYard. And we'll move that over to here and put it above this here, and that's where I leave it during my broadcast. Now, the only thing I've got left to do is, and I won't go through it on this video because it just takes a little time, is create the broadcast, get the pop-out chat from the broadcast, and I put that right here in this space, and then I have a folder full of random stuff that comes up sometimes in videos and things in the broadcast, and I leave that here so I have access to that. So I have my sound effects here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the loudspeaker, use my soundboard here to turn on the output so that it comes out of the speaker so that you can hear it on this video, but during the broadcast everything is channeled to my headphones. And we will test the sound effects. And I have to go in here and tell it that the input to that channel is the zoom. So now I still need to turn the speaker on. There you go. Should hear it through the speakers. There you go. So now I've got my sound effects. Everything that is coming through the zoom is going into this first channel right here. And that's about it. And now I am ready to broadcast. And we'll pick this back up right before, and I'll show you what the startup of the broadcast looks like. Okay, it's Thursday, and it's almost 6:15, and getting ready for the live stream. And here's my studio setup. Got the lights on. Got my nice green screen back there. Green cloth on the back of the chair. And there's the studio ready to go. What I do a lot of the times is go and fill up my side table here full of stuff we may end up talking about. I've got my DJI goggles with the analog mod over here, and my Jumper T16 Pro, a 5-inch quad and a 3-inch quad with a DJI system, a couple of little whoops, the Nunley 7-inch quad that Brent Nunley sent me to build. There's all my tools on the workbench, and there's a overhead camera here. If I need to have a shot for the show that points down at the camera, I can do that by hitting the top build button here, and then you can see that it shows me the top build there. And there's my pre-show with the monkey, and I'm ready to go. What I'm going to do right now is go into my audio control panel, which is the voice meter potato, and I'm going to shut off all of the outputs to the loudspeakers so that I only hear everything through the headphones right here. And that way I don't get any feedback or anything like that. My pre-show is set up with this video on this monitor of some flying that I did yesterday and today, showing up behind my door. And when the countdown gets to around 9 or 10 minutes, I'll hit the button up here that says go live, and we'll be ready to go. I have my microphone muted right now so that any noise I make during the pre-show won't be heard. Now, I have a tablet here which has got all the sound effects on it in the sound effects program, and there's my applause that's coming out of the headphone now. And then I have this cell phone actually playing my music, which goes into this channel, channels 1 and 2, on my Zoom H6, which I'm using as a mixer. So I have, I can bring in my music levels right here. Right now, of course, they're only in the headphone, but if I went over here and hit this, it'd actually play through my speakers, which are up on the wall. But then that would just feed back into the microphone. So that music is playing in the background, and I can adjust the levels of it here with the meters on the screen of the Zoom H6. So we are about 5 minutes from going live. Everything is set up and ready. Had a few people in the chat already. I also, besides the top camera, have a camera which shows a rear view of my studio right there. And that camera is sitting right up here on the clipped to the rigging for my green screen. And that's nice because I can show a view, if I want to, of the studio and everything else. But to get set up for this, we have the full front view ready to go, and the pre-show screen with the countdown timer in the thing. So in about 3 or 4 minutes, I'll hit the go live button and we will see what happens. So I'm going to set this right down here and aim it at the screen. And record all this fabulous pre-show action. Okay, here I am, ready to go. Got the headphones on and waiting for that 8-minute mark in my countdown when I actually go live. And I do that because it gives me a good 7 or 8 minutes for the stream to actually stabilize, and I can make sure that I am streaming and give me enough time to fix it if there's something wrong. So anyway, here we go. We're going to hit the go live button. And are you sure you want to go live now? Yes, I do. And then I'm going to come over here to the live stream where I'm waiting, and I'm going to wait and just to check to make sure that I do get a live stream, which usually takes about 10 seconds. And there it goes, and I will mute the video, and it wants to play me an ad, so we'll skip the ad, and there we are. So that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Now I can go over here to my control room, live stream control room, and just keep an eye on everything and see how my stream health is. And it says excellent, which is very, very good. And here I can check viewer activities, and I can check my my viewer count. It says that I have 7 concurrent viewers now, so people are lining up, which is nice. And we're getting ready. Now it says 5 concurrent. Okay, and I am ready. My microphone's off, so I sit here for 6 minutes and 31 seconds and keep an eye on the chat, and I'm ready to, as soon as the countdown gets to 0, I'll come up here and fade out the music on that and hit I can either use my Stream Deck and hit full front, or I can just hit transition here with the mouse, which is what I normally do, and it'll start the show, bring me live, and away we go. So that's how I get ready for a show. Well, 54 seconds to go. Here we go. And we're ready to go. Haven't turned the mic on yet. We got the countdown going. Music's playing in the background. 37, 36, 35 seconds. It's showtime. Let me say hello to Arizona Drone Dude in the chat. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. Start to fade out of the music. Hi guys. Hi everybody. Here I am, old guy in a drone, the most punctual man on the YouTube community. And how are you? How's everybody tonight? Wow, off to a big start here. Metro Drones, thank you so much, sir. I appreciate that. And wow, everything is just is coming in big time tonight. I got Gary, Brand Ariel, is actually sitting in the chat room, so I don't have to be lonely for too long. And as soon as I say my hellos to everybody, we'll bring them in. Mad Kiwi was here about a half hour ago, and so was Pondonmore. Said hi to them. Jody, Drone Shots, always here early, and Paul Phantom Hodges, Drone Howard.